Good Friday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. We made it to Friday. We're going to make it through, what I would call a great weekend. We've had some rain, through the state. Not everybody. So I think we could say that, we could use some sunshine again. Now, there's a weak system across northern Michigan right now. Clouds, not much showing on radar, if anything, but I suspect that, like we've had the last couple of days, some drizzle or areas of mist, light sidewalk wetting shower, probably out there, just not showing up because it's so light. Now, I'm going to start with something strange. I'm going to start with the extended because the extended is starting to look strange. The extended is starting to look like each time we try to cool down, summer comes back. And we know that shouldn't happen, right? We know that it should be fully into fall. So here we go. Good morning, Larry Pusker. Good morning, Tom Ramsey. Good morning, Jen C. from Saline. So I'm starting with the upper airflow, just to show you. All right, here we go. So this is the upper airflow. So we go into Sunday, and look what's developing, a big ridge over us. Look at the difference. We're kind of in the northwest flow. We're working off that trough to the east. And then we go to Sunday, the upper level ridge building. Note two tropical systems down in the far bottom right. That's Hurricane Umberto. And then the one near Florida could be Imelda, could be. So watch that if you're going into the southeast Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday or so. So this is Tuesday. Look at where the ridge is centered, right over Michigan. And then we go into the week, and we're still very ridged. We're still flow out of the southwest. We go to next weekend, next Sunday, a cold front, that's that bend, tries to move through. And then look what happens. The ridge comes back. Another storm system coming out of the southwest. So maybe we'll start to get a rain every 3 or 4 days. Look at October 10th, October 11th. Now this model can be a little funny at the end, but that's not cold weather by any stretch. In fact, that's why I'm saying that we're going to start to evolve in the next week to abnormal. We've been warmer than normal, but you really haven't sensed it because it's been in September. Now when we get to 80 degrees in early October, you're going to be like, hey, this is kind of odd. And it is. So closer term, what I wanted to show you was, here's the satellite imagery right now. And you can see, we have sunshine in a lot of the state, but we do have that bank of clouds across northern Michigan, northwest lower Michigan, Traverse City to Ludington, dipping southeastward, and you see some bumpiness in there. That's where you could have the isolated light showers, and that will continue to drag southeast, maybe toward the Saginaw Bay, it looks like. Oh, I did want to show this to you too. I started off with the long range for a purpose, and look at the extendeds. I showed you the upper airflow, 6 to 10 day warmer than normal, drier than normal, 8 to 14 day the entire country, October 3rd to 9th, running warmer than normal. And we don't have our 3 to 4 week yet. We don't get that till about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so that will be kind of interesting. Okay, so we're going to call today just a stray shower. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back. It's Friday, isn't it? I hope so. All right, so here's our North American model, and it shows you at noon and 1 and 2 o'clock the little spritzels, and by afternoon and evening across the Saginaw Valley, across the Flint area toward Port Huron, maybe some stray showers. Then the showers, instead of coming from the north-northwest, start to turn and go back to the northeast, a sign that the upper airflow is bending around to the southwest and that will warm us up. And as we go into Saturday, this is Saturday afternoon, evening dry. This is Sunday afternoon dry. And then we continue further and we'll search for rain. So if you didn't get any rain in this recent little wet spot patch, you're kind of out of luck for a week or so. Here is Saturday, light wind, sunshine. Here's Sunday, great looking day on Sunday. Happy Friday, Lisa Collins. And Richard Lacassi checking in from the sunny UP in Stevenson. This is Monday, warm, dry. Tuesday, warm, dry. Wednesday, we talked about a backdoor cold front on the northeast. That's kind of backed off, and we were wondering if that was anything. Oh, I just got an email, too. Someone wanting to know about opening day for bow season. Let's go back to right there. That's opening day for bow season. That is dry conditions, sunny conditions. That's an easterly wind at 5 to 15 and pretty warm. Temperatures probably in the 70s. And then this is the second day of bow season, dry and very warm. And then this is next Friday, next Saturday, continuing warm out to next late Sunday. So maybe a wind shift coming through sometime next weekend, but really not much in the way of precipitation. Today, 77 Flint and Ann Arbor and Detroit and Saginaw Bay City Midland, and 75 in Grand Rapids, 77 in Kazoo and Lansing. Traverse City, probably 73-ish, the UP upper 60s. Tomorrow, tack on a few. 75 to 80 for most all of us, some low 80s, southern third of the state. Sunday, I would say Sunday is warmer than this. In fact, let's go to the human-made forecast, if I can get it for you, which has been doing a little bit better than the European on its own. So this is Sunday, and you're looking at low 80s in the southern half, mid to upper 70s, northern half. Then here's Monday into the 80s, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're buying that northeast wind a little bit. Next Thursday, and we start the warming trend all over again. And I just wanted to show you this is a great weekend for maybe last boating or project. This is the wind on Saturday afternoon, 5 to 10 miles an hour, not too strong. And then this is the wind on Sunday afternoon, just a few miles an hour to maybe near calm. And I did want to point out that, the Great Lakes make wind because the Great Lakes waters can be warm and the air aloft is cooling down, so that cool air comes down to the lake surface, mixes into kind of a circulation cell. And what I was going to show you is, this model kind of indicates that clearly. This is way out, but if you get a wind, it's usually stronger on any of the Great Lakes, like this here showing 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. This is way out, October 9th. Okay. So we are kind of entering what I would call the Great Lakes wind season. You've heard of the November gales. There's a reason why. As that cold air comes down with a wind-wrapped storm system, the lakes add on another 5, 10, 15 miles an hour wind, and it's really strong, especially on a west wind here in lower Michigan or a northwest wind in the UP. But for now, all we're talking about is really gorgeous weather. So hopefully you have a great weekend. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and this is the MLive Morning Weather Update. Take care. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.